There, this is Dr. C. Sonia, Assistant Professor in Chemistry, SNS College of Technology. Today in this video, we're going to see about the unsustainable to sustainable development and the urban problems that's related to energy. So this is a very important topics to discuss. So we are going to see about the concepts, approaches, significance for sustainable development, urban problems related to energy, energy demanding activity, and the solution for the urban problems. So in early days, before two centuries, the world looked at the economic status alone as a measure of human development. But in real, industrialized countries in the West has become economically more advanced. The countries exploited their own natural resources and also the natural resources of the developing countries expand their own economy. So this led to the economy of the rich countries to grow and the poor countries became poorer. The quality of the life and the environmental conditions had begun to deteriorate. So by the year 1970, most development specialists began to appreciate the fact that the economic growth alone could not bring a better way of life for the people unless environmental conditions were improved. So, this is the most important point that has to be noted. So, India occupies around 2.4% land with 16% of world's population. It is very highly dense, hence the high pressure on the natural resources. There are soil problems and it need to develop a more modernized technique without any loss. So use of the natural resources with a high degree of reusability, minimum wastage, least generation of the toxic products, and the maximum productivity is the real aim. So during the World Summit agenda in 1992, UN Conference of the Environment and the Development called Earth Summit at Brazil was conducting our traditional values and practices. In Agenda 21 proposes a global program of action on sustainable development in social, economical, and the environmental context of the 21st century. So there is high standard of living with all benefits. An increase in the GNP gross national product is not real development, but bringing benefits to all people of the present and future generation is true development. So it has different definitions of the sustainable development, that is, meeting the needs of the present generation without compromising the ability of the future generation to meet their own needs. So was given by WHO director. So there is intergenerational equity, then intragenerational equity. So the technological development of the rich countries should support the economic growth of the poor countries. And there should be a narrowing of the gap between the two countries. So developing appropriate technology that is adaptable, eco-friendly with the local labor and minimum waste. The 3R approaches. So providing the environmental education awareness, consumption of the renewable sources, conservation of the non-renewable resources, then population growth control are few of the techniques. The urban problems related to energy, that is the urbanization, that is movement of human population from the rural areas to the urban areas. So there are so many developments in the urban areas. So people are in want of that. And usually it appears in developing countries, urban, uncontrollable, and unplanned growth because of the increase in the standards of living. Urban people use large energy, materials, and produces a lot of waste. Residential and commercial lightings, transportation, industrial growth, modern life using a large number of electric gadgets, and also the control, prevention of pollution needs more energy dependent technologies. And nowadays in the rural areas also there is growing in so much of energy demand activities. So, urbanization, the movement of the people from the rural area to the urban area for the need of economical growth, education, and communication. So, there's a conditions called urban sprawl, that is, spreading of cities into the suburban or the rural areas too, is called the urban sprawl. So, what is the solution of the urban energy problem? Urban people may use the public transport instead of using the motorcycles and cars. Energy consumptions must be minimized. Production capacity may be increased, use of energy efficient technology using solar energy and wind energy. Strict laws and penalties should be imposed together with the energy audit. So, thank you. These are the methods